Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here. Welcome back to the Sunday Recap, my weekly vlog where I talk a little bit about my last week in games. Unfortunately, extremely busy work week for me, and since everybody in Belgium seems to be sick at the moment, I also inevitably get some of the bugs inside me, and as a result I basically had to go to sleep at like 9 o'clock or something like that every day in order to stay somewhat healthy and be able to just keep up with my workload. So that also means that I played a lot less than average in all games, so definitely less than average EVE Online, just a little bit of Overwatch, and then just maybe a couple of hours of Skyrim over the entire week or something like that. Definitely not a lot. I will try my best to do more next week for sure, because there's a lot of exciting stuff coming, especially in EVE Online. Of course, we have Gita happening right now. It's probably going to finish this weekend, but last week a lot of stuff dropped as well. Stuff like the next iteration of Project Discovery is going to be us helping discover exoplanets. I'm really curious about that. There should be a Rorcal nerf coming, could be very interesting for the mineral prizes. And I think that there are updates on CC as well concerning the new look of the probe scanning, a couple of Caldari ships that get the graphical update, and all of that good stuff. So it's looking pretty damn good in EVE Online. Basically what I've done is I've ran a couple more Guardians Gala sites just I think early in the week. Then I kept up with the blueprint copy business, did my PI stuff, and on Friday when I learned that Burn Gita had started, I went to Gita, stayed there a little bit, and I also got one kill on the Dominics, just looking for gankers to intercept when they go criminal. So that's basically been it, but I'm looking forward to everything that's coming in the future of EVE Online, of course. Next up in Overwatch, just a couple of quick play games, really not a lot. I tried to either switch Anna and Lucio out a little bit to see how that works out, because in a lot of quick play games you do end up being the one that needs to be needs to take the initiative of going for a support hero, but when I got the chance I also got back into a little bit of Soldier. I think Soldier is my favorite character. I think he's also the most all-round character that you can get, because he can sprint, he can heal, he has the missile launcher, and then of course his regular attacks are definitely not bad, and then his ultimate is basically an aimbot. So overall I'm definitely still enjoying the quick plays in Overwatch. I'm not doing anything extra in there, so it's really just some casual play when I feel like some more action. And there is a lot of information that's coming out about stuff that will be in updates of Overwatch, stuff like Doomfist, but then also it's rumored to be some sort of a spider mech that was constructed or that will be possibly controlled by an 11-year-old from Numbani or something like that. Very interesting stuff. There's a lot of lore behind Overwatch as well, which I don't have the time to dive into all of that and get behind all of that, but it sounds like it's really interesting. I really do get the vibe that Blizzard is putting a lot of work, a lot of effort, and that they have an amazing roadmap for Overwatch, and that they're basically executing that when it comes to all of the updates that we're getting there. That contrary to a game like Diablo, which gets a lot less updates. But, you know, overall, I can understand that Overwatch is such a success that Blizzard is focusing very heavily on that. And that means that the game was an absolute great purchase, because Blizzard is just extending the lifetime for me, the enjoyment that I'm getting out of the game. And to me, it's basically a no-brainer that Overwatch has been worth the price. And finally, we've got a little bit more Skyrim, but as I've said, just a couple of hours. I did get started on the Forsworn Conspiracy in Markarth, and I think I got a couple episodes done on one evening where I had that little bit of extra energy. I do feel like I'm very powerful at this point, but not overpowered. This is the mistake that I tend to make and that you probably should be careful about when you want to enjoy Skyrim longer term. If you're going for Master Enchanter, so enchanting at 100 with the double effects, you become extremely powerful. And if you then have a chosen weapon like one-handed, two-handed, dual wielding, probably even bows, don't enchant that one to the max. Don't put up too damaging abilities, or don't put up lifesteal and fire damage or something like that with Grand Soul Gems and the Grand Soul, which are very easy to get. You can just buy those from the vendor. Don't do that. You will basically become overpowered all of a sudden, and then none of the content will become a challenge anymore. So at that point is when I often feel the need to switch to a different character, to a different build. That's when everything becomes boring. Now, for my current character, I'm still playing him and I'm still enjoying him. The reason is I'm enchanting my armor so that I'm very tanky, and a dragon, I can last against him for a very long time without needing to drink all of my potions. So that makes it for a bit of a more fun experience when you're up against difficult bosses. But I'm sticking to with rare weapons that are not enchanted by me. So at the moment I'm using the Mace of Molag Bal. It's pretty cool. It also does my soul, my grabbing of souls, so I don't need the dwarven sword anymore and things like that. But yeah, don't make yourself completely overpowered through the Master Enchantment perk, because that's just, yeah, it's gonna make the game very boring. You'll be able to blast through any content that you want to explore if that's what you want to do. But now for the episodes, I'm very happy with the Shield of Ysgramor and then the Mace of Molag Bal, and I'm not going to grab like an ebony sword and enchant that with lightning damage and fire damage. That's probably like one of the most powerful things that you can get in the game, and you would just start destroying things in 1 or 2 hits, and even dragons, bosses, giants, all of that stuff would just melt in absolutely no time. I'd rather put the enchantments in my tanking abilities, and as a result I can take some damage, and I can let my companions do their thing, and I think that's basically a bit more enjoyable to play as, and a little bit more enjoyable to watch as well, than to see someone sprint around the world, do all the quests and two-shots anything that he encounters. So I'm gonna play the Forsworn Conspiracy next. I'll try to record as much of that as possible, and we'll keep the Skyrim series going, because at the moment I'm still enjoying the game. And that's also going to be it for this week, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
What do you see from that little cage? Speak.
It's an altar, a mace, it's rusted. I only see the spikes of this trap. It's an altar?
Yes, it's an altar. Men would come and sacrifice the wretched in my name.